Hey boys, welcome back to some more Seagulls Korea, and after just a dominant victory against who do we verse? The Tigers? Yeah, the Tigers just absolutely decimated them. We're now taking on the Titans, so another good opportunity to really cement our spot in the top four, which is obviously the crucial placing. You know, I think probably minor premiers is out of the equation. I didn't actually see the points ladder too closely, but I think that's pretty much done and dusted. I think the Titans were in 8th spot, maybe 9th. So, you know, on paper, I mean, full strength. I mean, Bryce Cartwright shouldn't. Kevin Proctor, fucking useless, dude. I just don't know what to say about the Titans, dude. But you know, I feel like the Titans, I don't even know. they got something. Some of their recruits, I just don't understand some of their signings. I just don't get it. Like even guys like Tyrone Peachy, like, you know, Tyrone Peachy, like why was he signed? Like, I just want to know the thought process behind someone like Peachy, because Peachy, obviously at his best, he's a good player, but even like when he was at his best, he never really had a set position. He played just a utility role, and if you're playing big money for a bench utility or someone who can cover as center or a 5'8", that's money spent poorly. You want to be getting guys that fill a spot permanently. And if they had just like a core group, you know, someone like a Peachy, yeah, he could be a good signing because, you know, that X factor off the bench, or maybe even having him in the centers, I don't know, could be pretty good. But even like the newest Callum Watkins gets signed from the Super League. Honestly, to Callum Watkins' credit, he did have one shocker the other week. When I'm making this video, it's just finished round 25, so it could be a while before I actually upload it. But regardless, Callum Watkins, I honestly think him coming so far, he's actually looked pretty solid. Not anything too amazing, but he's looked pretty solid. I think he's looked pretty skillful. Defensively, could be maybe not the best, but with ball in hand, you know, maybe give him a preseason. Who knows? He could turn out alright. As Dylan Walker here, just absolutely is gonna burn the Titans. I think, who was that chasing? I think it was. I was trying to pass that so much earlier. Thankfully, we got the ball away in the end, but I was trying to get it to our outside players before the contact happened. And then the animations took place, so it took a while for the pass to go out eventually, but we do end up scoring. But, you know, even if Watkins is pretty good for the Titans, I still don't understand the signing. Like, I mean, it's shown in the past, like, Super League backs coming over just haven't worked. They just don't work, because the Super League is obviously, it's not as high quality. It's not as strict as defensively. It's nowhere near as tight. So a lot of these outside backs in the Super League just have a lot more room to move, and even like regardless of that, is beautiful play here. Dylan Walker again, he's having an absolute barnstormer. Gets a beautiful ball to Sully, who's gonna barnstorm his way for a try as well. But even without that being said, Callum Watkins is not a young up-and-coming superstar. Even people were talking that Watkins is past his best. Like, he's coming back from, like, serious injury. Maybe, like, 5 years ago. Yeah, he might have been one of their, you know, a superstar. But he's not even at his best. So, I would love. I don't even know how much he's on. Surely he's not on like huge money. I would lose my shit if they sign him for like a big chunk of money, dude. But yeah, regardless of that, as this time Dylan, he's had a great game, but this pass unfortunately is going to get intercepted by Kevin Proctor, who I also think is just absolutely god awful. Kevin Proctor, somehow he's the captain as well. It baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. Kevin Proctor, ever since he moved from the Storm, he's been just absolutely useless. I think it just shows that he was definitely getting carried by playing with the Storm, because he's a very average footballer at best, in my opinion, Kevin Proctor. But yeah, regardless, like I just don't understand, like, why wouldn't you try signing right there? I thought I was the cleverest man in the world with that bit of play, but then he somehow got back on side. I was fuming. That should have been a try for all money. He was offside, and then he, as right there, a high tackle as well to compound my frustration. I wasn't even controlling the player, and the AI did a high tackle, so that's not good at all. But yeah, I just, like, why wouldn't you sign like a tough forward from the Super League? It's going to show that there's been, I would say most forwards that have come from the Super League have done a good job, but probably Andre Savalio, who went to the Broncos, he never really got a run because he did his ACL in the preseason the year before, and then, you know, he didn't really get a shot, and then he went back to the Super League, so we didn't really know much about him, but he, who knows, he could have been good as well. But most other, like, Super League forwards have done pretty well, and that's probably an understatement. They've done very well. So I don't understand why you wouldn't go for like a hard-nosed English forward. I guess I'm saying that the the Times did sign Joe Greenwood. I think that's who it was, from the Super League a few years ago, and he was awful. I know his first couple of games, sort of looking at him, he looked a bit like Elliot Whitehead, a lot of those sort of back rowers, but he was awful. So, you know, it's obviously not that easy to sign these players, as we try to go for the two there. Unfortunately, just didn't quite come back with the wind. But, you know, the signing of a centre from the, I just don't get it. It's right here, a beautiful kick, Cade Cust. He's been good, dude. I haven't really talked about the game much. I've just been babbling about the Titans signings, but I just can't wrap my head around the signing someone like a Callum Watkins to play. The Titans don't need they need some good forwards, dude, for sure. Like, and what else do they need? I mean, they do need a good quality outside back for sure. But they just need more toughness in the middle, really. Is right here. We do win, so we're keeping the streak alive, consolidating the top 4 position. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.